Hi Gema, it's Kenn Schroder, web designer for coaches. And in this video, I will look at your website and see if we can find ways to improve it. For most coaches, they are trying to attract clients. So their website, needs to look professional, needs to build the credibility of the coach, needs to engage the ideal client and get them excited about what you have to offer so that they ultimately contact you for coaching. Okay, so let's have a look at your website. Okay, so I clicked to it from our Facebook group, and the address is consciousacademy.global, not .com, not .anything else, but .global, which has a coolness to it. It's sort of the new types of domain names that are available. People are not really used to them. So what I found when you don't use a .com is that people type in .com anyway. So when you hand out your business card or you have any meetings or you refer to your website address, people will type in consciousacademy.com. And they'll often type it into Google, not even into the address bar. So people do all kinds of things when they try to get to websites. So I guess I don't like that it's .global, but I would expect that .com was probably already taken. So I'm not sure what to suggest other than consciousacademy.global is good because it does have your name in it, Conscious Academy, Consciousness Academy. So that part's good, but the .global gonna make it a little clunky. Okay, I don't know if I would recommend doing it much at this point. Maybe consciousacademyglobal.com is available. If so, get that and also point that to this domain name so that if people do it wrong, um, they will get here anyway. You'll also probably want to pay attention to a search on Conscious Academy Global to make sure that your website comes up. So you get your keywords into your site, into the tags, and into the About Us page. It should be easy enough to get the top position for that because you're probably the only Conscious Academy Global that's out there. Okay, so here I am at your website, and what I like immediately is that it says Conscious Academy and that I know I'm in the right place. So that's cool. This big word, Conscious Academy. The visual there is really nice. It's got a strong, um, it's dramatic, and it has this bit of glowing over the earth, and it's just like something bigger than us, which I think fits right in line. So that's pretty cool. The menu is located at the top, very obvious, which is great. I would recommend making that medium gray into one of the darker colors that is in this image, so that it matches the page. So that medium gray is just weak. So maybe make it like near dark blue, so that it works with the website colors. Okay, so your menu is positioned at the top. It's obvious where it is. Home, About Us, Conscious Services. I think I just make this services. Conscious Services, maybe trying to brand what that is. I think I just make it simple, make it services. Humanitarian projects, that's cool. Resources is obvious. Upcoming events is obvious, very nice. You have free resources here twice. That's a little weird. Heart meditation video articles, heart meditation video. So now I wouldn't have this secondary set of I wouldn't have free resources up here in the top. I would just leave it here in the main. So get rid of that at the top. Contact information in the top. That's cool and all. I am neither here nor there about it, as long as it doesn't invade doesn't distract me and make me want to go somewhere where I don't really want to go. You have a phone number here. I always find contact information in the top a little weird because um, it's cool that it's available, but it's weird that I what I want to do is get a sense of what your website is about before I reach out to you or sign up for anything. But I guess it's cool that's up there. A big thing I think that's important for me is that once I land at your website, I can figure out exactly what it is and who it's for and why I should be here. So far, I don't know, but I'm about to read this part here. The Conscious Leadership Development Academy. So I guess developing leadership, a conscious leadership. And if this conscious leadership is a phrase that everyone in your market knows, like perhaps some book or some term that's coined in the leadership realm, then that's okay. Um, um, Raising conscious awareness through conscious education, love, and compassion. So I'm going to assume that the people you're talking to and targeting, they have a basic understanding of conscious leadership, conscious awareness, and I mean, it's conceptual, and we can figure out and kind of guess what it is, um, which is cool and all. But I would probably expand this to include why I want to do this. Why do I want to develop my conscious leadership? What's to be gained by being a part of your place, whereas an academy for developing consciousness and leadership and a conscious awareness through conscious education, love, and compassion. So there's, people want to do things because there's a reason why. You want to learn web design because you want to develop great websites. You want to learn how to coach people so you can enjoy helping other people succeed, and you can have you can coach people, and it's intrinsically rewarding. A lot of people are called to coaching because they like doing it. So I guess I'm looking for more about reasons why this is a great site. So now I go to About Us, and now I get your name here, and then contact. So this is telling me About Us it's really just is it about you, and is it not really an academy here? So this is going to be a little bit weird. So let me click on About Us. So at the beginning, I'm feeling that your site is an academy of some sort. Like there's classes and courses and stuff. Consciousness Academy. Conscious Academy is a place of learning, place of expansion, and ultimate experience comes from exploration of. Okay, so that's cool. This is a journey for you. Through inspire. We inspire. We inspire. I'm trying to figure out if your website is about you, or are you just like the founder of something much bigger? And I don't know that. I'm wondering. So there you are. Founder of Conscious Academy. Okay, this is good. And woman fine point in world number one conscious leadership course. So you have a coaching consciousness certification program. That's cool. What do I want to say here? So with this drop down, it can be clunky because when I go over this, I don't know. I'm left with these two choices. I don't necessarily know that I should click the word About Us. This is a tricky thing about drop down menus. So if you're using like Microsoft Word or any other software on your computer, there's often drop downs where you can choose from below, but you can never click these things at the top. They don't do anything. They just give you the sub menu. So a lot of people will go here and choose one of these. They won't actually click on About Us. But I know to do that because I work on websites, and I know that it's a point of confusion. So if I click on About Us, and you have this here, I would probably put. You've got a lot of stuff floating around this page, and this is a bit not following. Yeah. What do I want to say about any of this stuff? I'm getting a bit confused and overwhelmed because there are a lot of different headings and subheadings and what seem to be lists. Our core values, which is cool. Our dream, our vision, we envision. So you have headings for something that doesn't really require heading because it's so short. This feels like a lot of stuff, a bit all over the place, and it's hard for me to figure out what is conscious leadership. And now you're explaining this, which I think is good. You have a lot of different fonts and images and font sizes, and generally speaking, having small blurbs of text is good, but if I'm getting lost in the hierarchy and order of things here, then all these blips and blurbs of text is not serving me. For us, a conscious leader. What is this? For conscious leaders? Did you say for us a conscious? That might be spelled wrong. It might be a grammar error here. Our core values, and this is not making sense to me. How to what that's for conscious leaders. Our core values. There's a colon here, by the way, and no colon here. So you might want to fix that as well. I'm struggling with this about page. And I understand you are behind the website, and you're probably the coach or trainer, probably the main one here. And that's good. It's good that you're present and that your face is here. Good job having the picture. Book your free one-on-one spiritual mentor. Okay. So this is your About Me page, and at the top you're having me book from these things. I think I still need to learn more about you. So on the About You page, I would actually title this. So you have a bunch of different fonts, and this is the biggest font, and then a lot of subtitles here, and then boxes and square. You have a lot of variety here. Probably too much. This section is a lot. It feels a bit better. At least it's the headline and it's clear text that's smaller than it. By the way, this white text on light gray with your hand here in the background, it's becoming difficult to read, and it's a big block of text. I break this into paragraphs. The contrast here is disappearing, so it's a little tough to read. Yeah. For your About page, I would have just one or two headings and then body content, so that tells me about you. Because I'm not able to get anything about you from this page. And sure, your About You page is really meant to be the parts of you that are valuable to other people, but I'm having trouble just being able to start on this page because there's just a lot overwhelming me here. You're asking me to book something here. Look at that one. I'm still just trying to figure out who this is about. And by the way, so this is white on yellow. It's near impossible to read. A little too bright. This text should be dark. Actually, all of this should be dark. Dark text on light background or light text on dark background. Purpose in the world. I nurture. Okay, this is something. I nurture and elevate leaders to be connected, empowering, and unstoppable conscious leaders. This I'd probably put towards the top just as a tagline. So maybe a title. I'm Gema Ramirez, and then that little title. And then I would have more content, a good summary about what you're up to, and maybe a credential or two and some of your background. I am convinced that conscious leadership is the solution to today's world's challenges. For me, also, this is tough to read. Not that I can't read it, but the thing is, I can read it if I force myself to read it. But people don't do that. If something just is they resist it, they just skip past it and look for something else. So it needs to be incredibly easy to read. So yeah, with these, yeah, email me. The strength of the conscious leader. So this is like 4. Yeah, this is a bit rough to follow, Gema. And I think you need to simplify things. It's just a lot of separation of a lot of things everywhere without an obvious organization. I'm back on the homepage now, and I scroll down a little bit. Now this feels a lot better when it comes to simplicity of, I got a heading here, and I can read. So this is, and it's obvious what these readings are. It's a paragraph at a time. I can chew them. By the way, when you center things like this, that does become more difficult to read. We like reading when there's a left hard edge. But granted, it's not too much here. It's not too bad. And the line height, this is all just jammed up against each other. This needs to be a bit higher in the line. The line height should be higher on here. This is just, so let me just, if I make this, See, the line height needs to be increased. See that? It looks easy to read and normal. I think you have an extra space here. Whereas before, it was all jammed up against each other. Who we are and what we do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, if you have who we are and what we do here, I would have it in the menu, who we are and what we do. Do you have it here? I don't know. There's a lot here. These drop-down menus just give me a lot of things that I gotta, I don't even know where to go. And perhaps your ideal client does know where to go and they know all about these things. But in my experience, let's see, courses. In my experience, when I see a lot of things like menus like this, it's usually you just need to simplify things. If I go to courses, Conscious Leaders webinar, 9 quality of conscious leadership. These courses, conscious leadership is an online webinar. So this is not even courses. This is webinars. So is it webinars or is it courses? Oh, is that the courses? Presence, unbox. So I'm really getting lost and confused of where things are. Courses. I clicked on courses, but I got webinars. Unless, yeah. What I recommend is that when someone clicks on something, it says clicks on courses, that the page, the biggest heading at the top says courses. So I know exactly where I landed. Again, here's light text on a light background, difficult to read. Here as well, light text on a light background, difficult to read. This needs to be dark. So if I were to show you exactly what I mean by that, let's make this near black. Okay. See how that's now it's readable? That should be yeah, dark text on light background, not light text on light background. Conscious Leadership webinar, 25 pounds. If you want me to, or 25 euros. If you want me to buy something here, you're gonna have to put a lot more information for me to commit to that. Unless, of course, people who are buying this already have met you and they've already been told all about it and they're just coming here to quickly sign up, okay. But if you're expecting people like come and discover your site and fall in love and sign up on the spot without any interaction with you or any any pre-sales emails or videos, then you're gonna need a lot more content. What else do I want to say here? The menu, again, the position is good at the top, and it's good because now I can always go back to home knowing that I can start again as I try to navigate my way around here. But Gema, I must say I'm swallowed up in outer space by your website and trying to get around it to make heads or tails of things. I think the biggest thing to look for is so that it organize the content so that I can see where the headings are and what the sections are. I just get lost with all the little everything's just a lot of small pieces scattered about. So I would try. I think along the lines of sections, like a screen full of text is a section, and I know what the section's headline is and what the content is about, an image as well, so that there's some obvious hierarchy and then a different section. And you seem like you've got a lot of pages here. If there's a way you can simplify it so I can get around and understand what it is, like if I click on humanitarian projects, I hope you just list these things here. So conscious projects, I would rename it to humanitarian projects because that's exactly what the menu item says at the top. So now I'm not confused whether I'm there or lost. Now you have 4 items here. These should be, I guess they are clickable, but it wasn't obvious at first. Gema, I hope this is helpful. I think it's very helpful just to see where I'm struggling and how I'm struggling, and where I have to pause and think and try to make heads or tails of things. Anytime a visitor has to stop and think and wonder what things are or hesitate, those are minuses in the experience they have. And every little minus they get, they end up hitting the road. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. Post any comments down below. If others are watching on, please share your thoughts on how she can improve it as well. Gema, thanks. I will see you in our Facebook group.